and welcome back to the Monkey Down Punch podcast. I'm Gareth, your glorious host, with Keith, your other host that just happens to be here and talks of it. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. Keith, how you doing? Good. Anyway, what?
Hello. How are we all doing? Are we alive?
Yes.
Is that Mr. DNA on a t-shirt that you got there?
Yes. The tissues didn't go down so well.
Where did you get? Did you get that on one of your Florida trips?
Yeah. Got that from the Jurassic Park place, just by the Velociraptor.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
See. I'm not just a host. I get the reference. There. Yeah. Just from that. Just from the Mister and the face, I could see that was Mr. DNA from Jurassic Park. My nerd skills are good. Just saying.
Oh, good. Speech skills.
They're good. I'm not going to say they're superior. I'm just going to say they're good. I got the nerd reference. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool t-shirt.
Yeah, thank you very much. For podcast listeners, I'm wearing a Mr. DNA t-shirt, if you didn't realise. Anywho, we've got some stuff to talk about. What have you been doing this week?
What have I been doing other than working and fighting with Claude, the AI engine that massive caused me to lose nearly 2 days worth of work. Thanks, Claude. Don't even get me started.
What did Claude do?
Screwed up Power Automate 3 times, changed its mind halfway through. I mean, it is the most absent-minded AI I've ever come across. In fact, it's nearly as absent-minded as a character in a book that I read, so I started calling it Skippy, because it is that bloody absent-minded. It would literally change its mind halfway through. It'd go, do this, actually don't do this. Like, halfway through the text, you're like, what the fuck? Anyway, other than that, I have been... Sorry?
What are you trying to Power Automate?
I'll explain. A really complex way of just pulling 2 bits of data out of a freaking spreadsheet, mate. So complex. Don't.
How query you fuckwit?
Don't get me started. I'll fix it tomorrow. So what have I been? As I said, I've watched The Boys Return. I did watch Daredevil, much to my chagrin. I've watched like Monarch. Godzilla thing. That was a really good episode this week. Actually, quite emotional episode. And because it's him and his son, even though his son is playing like the same character, it does add to it. So yeah, it was really quite a good episode this week. So I watched that. An emotional For All Mankind episode as well. That was pretty fucking emotional. So yeah, I've been watching that. I'm watching that John Hamm thing on Apple TV where he like lives in a rich neighborhood and he's robbing up his friends and everything. There's season 2 of that's come back, and that's been quite good so far. So yeah, watching that. Netflix has just launched, like, I saw a trailer to this like 4 years ago, thought that looks interesting, I might want to watch that. You remember the bird that played Elektra in Daredevil? She's got a show called The Cleaning Lady, which the first few episodes of that were quite good as well, watchable. Something to watch when there's nothing else on. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week.
I've been watching Battlestar Galactica, Invincible. And I'm annoyed because I ran out of episode of Invincible to watch. And it's great. You've got Lee Pace playing Grand Regent Thrag in it, which I think fits given his role as Brother Day in Foundation. So he's kind of that's quite cool. Lots of punching. This bit where Conquest comes back and Invincible just literally just grabs his hands around his throat and just like tries throttling the life out of him for about 20 minutes. It was fantastic. I loved it. I watched The Boys.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, I know.
I saw part of the scene at the beginning of Daredevil board again. That's what I'm calling it, Daredevil border game.
Well, wifey apparently. I mean, do you want to watch it? Do you want me not to spoil it?
Don't fuck it. It's not worth. It's not like no, spoil it.
He, I think, dies at the end of the episode.
Oh no!
No, yeah, I was so upset. She was getting so boring. She was getting so boring.
That's how she was there to serve. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. But we'll talk about it in our review section. We've got lots of fun little stories to get our teeth into.
All right, let's start with our first one. Which one do I pick? I will pick. This one. I haven't done this one.
I need about 350.
350.
J.J. Abrams' Bad Reboot is scaling back, and the original variety piece makes a story sound less like a one-day panic, more like a messy end of a very expensive Hollywood era. Variety says that the company is slimming down operations and relocating to New York after more than 20 years in Los Angeles and Santa Monica, following a rough stretch of stalled, scrapped, and underperforming projects. The core is moving back to the other trade, backed by other trades reporting. It all went wrong, basically. I fucking hate this dickhead. I've hated this dickhead since Lost.
You hated him longer than I have, but I tend to agree with you.
No, really good. No, it wasn't. It was shit. All right, there you go.
I quite enjoyed the first Star Trek, and I still do from him. I know other people don't like it. I quite like it. I liked the casting in that for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was well cast, certainly the central trio. I don't look back on it as badly as others do of the Trek movies, but he's
concussion is a strange. A concussion and neurological issues are a strange thing.
He is a hack. His Star Wars was not good.
No.
And there you and I will very much agree on. And it sounds like he completely ripped off Warner Brothers for $500 million and didn't really produce anything. His TV shows start off amazing, but he doesn't know. He can't end anything. He can't land.
No.
He can't land anything. It's interesting though, because Bad Reboot had kind of like dealings with Star Trek, and they haven't officially announced this, but this would be more of an indication that the Kurtzman deal is done with, and we'll talk about Star Trek in a minute. But
just a thing I've got listed, like kind of he tried to do Justice League Dark.
Yeah, I know. Tried to do Black Superman.
Something called Black Superman, Justice League Dark. You're fucking kidding me, aren't you?
Well, he did the what was it? Cartoon with the female penguin in it.
Oh, yeah.
It was terrible.
So there was one called Overlook, Duster, Subject to Change, and Demonid. I fucking haven't heard any of these. Yeah, it's like They did pay. Was it half a billion? Warner Brothers paid towards him. Shit, no wonder they're for fucking sale. He was supposed to save the company, instead of that he fucking just flew it into a canal. It's funny that you say he couldn't stick the landing, because I swear to God, if I heard his name, "Hi, this is your pilot. My name's J.J. Abrams," I go, "Oh, we're all fucked. We're gonna die." It would be like the beginning of Lost. But it's what he's not. I don't get. I never got why people thought he was so great. He did Mission Impossible 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, did he babysit for their kids or something?
He had the connection to Spielberg, and like he was always like, he did that movie that was a homage to him.
What Super 8? Which Attack the Block was a better film?
I still love Attack the Block, and I do hope they do that sequel. It's raining golems, man. I love that line. It's raining golems. arguably Mission Impossible 3 is quite a good movie, but that it's quite a good movie because of the performance of what's his face as the bad guy. And I think that's probably that and the first of the Kelvin Universe Star Trek movies. And look, don't get me wrong, I know there's problems with that movie. I just don't dislike it like a lot of other people. Sorry?
It's not Star Trek. It's not Star Trek. It really isn't Star Trek at all. Not even remotely fucking Star Trek.
It's more Star Trek than what has come since.
Angry and punches fucking Kirk and throws him off the ship. That's not fucking Star Trek.
I still like it.
That ain't Star Trek.
Well, we'll agree to disagree on that one because I think it still feels more Star Trek than a lot of what has come since then. But I think he is a bit of a con artist. I think that 500 million deal was done by an idiot. And I mean, okay, arguably he had his name attached to Fringe. And again, Fringe was quite good, but I don't know if it really stuck the landing. Lost, which when Lost was interesting, but again, didn't really stick the landing. Didn't he do... Oh, what was the thing with Jessica Alba? Wasn't he doing that?
Dark Angel. Like, that was James Cameron, wasn't it?
I thought she did. Was it Jessica Alba? He did some spy thing, didn't he?
Oh, no, you're thinking of Alias.
Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
That wasn't Jessica Alba. That was Jennifer Garner.
Yeah. But again, he's had his name attached, but it used to mean something, and I don't quite know what... Because these series became hugely popular, and that's why people probably thought... Because, I mean, Lost was everywhere. When Lost was really going, even the normies... Lost was like this behemoth of a TV show, and that launched him into the stratosphere. But the fact is, it didn't land. I mean, it really didn't land, which a lot of people forget. Fringe, again, in the early days, was really good, but it didn't... Actually, Fringe didn't land.
Fringe got better towards the end.
I don't know if it landed
when he left. I think it landed, but I think that's more in his absence. The only one that I liked that he's got his name attached to is Person of Interest, but that was more Jonathan Nolan than him. So
I mean, I loved Fringe. Don't get me wrong. I genuinely enjoyed Fringe. Well, yeah, all right. I mean, but look. The fact is that I think this is the end of Bad Robot. This is just him trying to make out. But Kurtzman's lost his deal. You know, I mean, weren't the showrunners of the Rings of Power kind of disciples of him?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people under him that have all, are all fizzling out.
Crap.
Including Kluxman. Although I did kind of like his follow-up. Kurtzman, I don't like any of his Star Trek, and Picard Season 3 was not him, so you can like that. I did kind of like his follow-up to that David Bowie Alien thing. That was actually quite good. And casting Bill Nighy in the elder role of what was previously played by Bowie. For the most part, that was quite good. But I wonder how much of that was really him and, just happening to have good writers. But fuck J.J. Abrams. I'm glad he's dwindled out of it. I'm glad that his cronies are dwindling out of it.
I'm glad he's dead. He's not dead.
No, well, he might as well be in Hollywood. I mean, I think his
career-wise, yeah, dead as a fucking doornail.
I mean, when he started really going on the wokey pokey and making all those sort of comments and aligning himself with his wife's politics, that's when he really, I think that was the final nail in the coffin. And we are seeing a stark rebound in Hollywood at the moment, where a lot of this stupid stuff is getting unbound and people just want good stories again.
They can't afford to do this anymore. That's the problem. On that note, I think move on to the next story.
I'm going in. Cover me, Porkins.
I'm right with you, Red 3. Got a problem here.
Eject!
I can hold it.
Pull up!
No, I'm all right.
Always makes me laugh. The original Variety report has the cleanest version of the story. Extraction 3 is officially a go at Netflix. Chris Hemsworth is back as Tyler Rake. Idris Elba is returning as Sam Hargrave is directing again. David Will is writing, and the production is expected to start this summer. The important bit is here: it is not trade chatter anymore. It's Netflix's own Tadum post backs this up. The sequel, returning cast, and Hargrave's return, even with keeping the plot all leaked up. I can't fucking talk today.
I don't know if you've watched these two, but I would argue that these are probably some of the best direct-to-streaming movies out there. I mean, that first movie with that single shot car chase, I mean, it's not a single shot, but it's made to look like a single shot. It's brilliant. The character's quite likable. The second one wasn't bad either, especially with, Idris turning up as a kind of protagonist. I kind of enjoyed these two films, so I was kind of happy that they are actually going to finish it off and do a third one. I don't know if you've watched them, but they're quite good.
I watched the first one, where he's trying to rescue the boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember watching the first one. And I remember, I think the second one, they've got a fight on top of a skyscraper where they've got like a glass bit. So I've seen the first and second one. It was all right. I can't remember any of it.
Yeah, but they are streaming films. Let's not beat around the bush. They are streaming films, but they are not bad streaming films.
I remember more of Spectral than I do of this. Do you remember Spectral?
Kind of.
The ghosts were killing the people in the Eastern European city. It turns out they're being printed in a fucking lab at the end. I remember that. That was because it was being.
I quite enjoyed these two films as two sort of action movies, and he's quite good in them. I thought they were quite good. They are throwaway popcorn fast food films, but they're not that bad. They're certainly a lot better than some of the other shit that Netflix has produced movie wise.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why Netflix bothers with films. I really don't. It doesn't seem to produce many good films. But that could be said of almost all the streaming platforms, with the exception of Apple. There have been some good movies on Apple. The Tom Hanks one.
Apple's got different F1.
Mm-hmm.
F1's their best one they've done to date. Tried it with Napoleon, didn't quite work. The Tom Hanks one, I know what you're talking about. No interest in that one.
What, the Second World War one?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one with the robot and the dog.
No, that was crap. The Second World War one's quite good. The one with the Deaf Family, that's actually quite a good film. That's quite a good movie. It's not like our kind of movie that we talk about on here, but it is quite a good film. There's been a few others on Apple TV that are quite good. So yeah.
Okay. It's as I said, the best one they've done is F1 to date, because that was a good.
I agree with you on that.
Summer film. I watched it in the cinema and I'm like, that was a good film.
Yeah, it is.
But coming back to Netflix, I'm trying to think of good films that they've done.
There aren't that many.
Can't think of fucking any.
There aren't that
I'm
many.
trying to think of good TV series that got past season 2. Stranger Things.
Well, Stranger Things did all right till season 5. I'm trying to think of anything else. You're right.
One Piece, maybe? Is One Piece any good?
Second season of One Piece is great. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
So that and One Piece. And
I'm hoping that Avatar will be good, but he looks way too old all of a sudden. Avatar season 1 was great. If you like, it was good. If you go on,
I always get the impression that when it comes to Netflix, most of the stuff that's watched is stuff that's already aired on TV. like Friends and Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and Person of Interest, and pretty much Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I think, is on there at the moment. So I think that too.
Stargate. Here.
Stargate.
It's got the whole of Stargate at the moment, which is weird considering Amazon own it. I don't know. But yeah, Stargate's on SG1 is on Netflix here.
So I would love to look at their own fucking analytics. I would absolutely love to look at their analytics and just turn around and go, all this shit that you're doing, it ain't fucking working, because this old crap that you think is crap is getting the viewers that your stuff ain't. And I think that's going to be, yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a season 4 or 5 or 3 of anything of a Netflix original. And they keep cancelling a lot of things after season 2. So you're right. But One Piece was good.
I think the one that really pissed me off was Altered Carbon.
Yes, that really pisses me off.
First season.
I love that season. I'm with you. Yeah,
and I think Anthony Mackie, was fucked over with such a shit script.
Yeah,
scripts.
But I liked what's his face, Joel. What's his face in the first season? He was really good in that. Yeah. And he's one of the things I liked about For All Mankind. His character was quite interesting. I mean, Altered Carbon season 1 is nearer damn it a masterpiece. Season 2 was shit, and it pisses me off because season 1 was so damn good. I'm with you on that.
I thought it was. I'm just I am annoyed. I need to go. I got the audio books, and I'm going to start going back to the gym so I can do audio books while I'm trying not to be fat and die. I'm just about to finish, and I've got to wait like 3 weeks for the next one in this Dungeon Crawler Kyle series that people got me into. And you should listen to these because they're fucking great. But the guy. This was great. The guy that does this voice, right? He sounds like Joe Swanson from Family Guy, right? But Carl's dad. Spoiler: Carl's dad turns up in this latest book. They actually got the dude from Family Guy to do the voice. It was great because at one point where it's not dad. It's like this alpha version of Carl, and he's talking. And you can just hear it's Joe Swanson. He's doing Joe Swanson. It was fucking great. But they've just released like audio instead of doing books. They've done like audio play versions of all the books. So I'm now going back and listening to that because I'm waiting. I'm loving it. It's a genius idea. Wasn't the writer a dick towards Critical Drinker? I've read this. And I disagree with it. Yes, I think he was. He put a post on thing, but the books are good. But I think the audio books are good. And I think it is a lot to do with the narrator more than anything else that I actually think makes the books quite funny. Because there's some of the characters, his voices for the characters are what make me laugh. I mean, the demigod that's trapped in the head of a sex doll. The voice is what makes the character so funny. Okay. The voice is what makes the character it's like she's insane. But the voice just gets me every time. It's like certain voices in South Park like crack me up, like oh no, not a female. It's one of those, and it's one of those style voices that just absolutely fucking cracks me up every time I hear it. It doesn't matter what she says; it just makes me laugh. And the last one was really good. The humor in it was I really enjoying them. But yeah, I did see the right because Critical Drinker is in the third one. Yeah. He's not very good in it, but he is in it. But yeah, the writer was a bit of a dick, and I don't think I think the writer didn't really know. I think the writer basically, Matt Dimmingham is his name, basically bought into all this shit online about
critical drinker and doesn't really actually watch what he says. Bit like J.K. Rowling in the early part of, this whole thing. But anyway,
Okay.
the books are good.
All right.
But carry on.
Let's move on to the next story.
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Okay, looking at this article, the original digital spy angle leads hard on the scary word reshoots. But once you track it back to its to what Tom Holland's talking about, he's talking about additional photography for Spider-Man Brand New Day, making it pretty routine as everyone does pickup shots, especially when you get it into the editing bay and you put the thing together and you go, oh, it's missing stuff. In GQ, Holland said that in his London, he's in London shooting extra material, but he also says the film is already working and singing, which means it has been edited. There's a at least first draft of the edit there, and new scenes are basically icing on the cake. This is very different from the kind of oh my god, the movie's in trouble sort of thing. It's it's not reshoot. It's weird because you do get reshoots and you get pickups, yeah. So when do we distinguish between what a reshoot is and a pickup is? Because sometimes you shoot something, you get it into the editing bay, and I bet you've done this with some of your YouTube videos, and you've gone, oh, that doesn't quite work. Mm-hmm. So I think that might be there. Plus, there may have been some jokes and stuff. They might have watched it and gone, oh, it's a bit fucky wucky.
There's two things for this. I think it is mostly that. But there was a persistent rumor that he was going to die at the end of this film and then be brought back in the Avengers movie, and that rumor hasn't gone down very well. And I'm wondering if they're going to change that. If it's true, and two, is that changing the ending? I'm still thinking there's part of me that thinks he's only signed up for one more this movie and only this movie, and that it's he's handing over the baton. I still think I am 50% convinced that it might be Miles Morales. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
Yeah. The worst case scenario is one that happens, and then it goes up to Miles Morales or it goes to Spider-Gwen. Given Marvel's history,
I don't think. Well, I don't think they're going to replace him with Spider-Gwen, but they might. I'd quite like to see a live-action Spider-Gwen, and the bird out of Wednesday that everybody wants the actress that plays Wednesday's nutty friend to be Spider-Gwen. Yeah, she would work as Spider-Gwen. She would totally work as Spider-Gwen. But no, I don't think I don't think Marvel are that stupid. They might be.
It's not Marvel, it's Sony, isn't it? If I was Sony, I would sit there. I'll be honest with you. I would probably keep Tom Holland till the wheels came off. Seriously, I would be. Tom, we're going to keep you until the wheels come off. I know you're talking about retiring from acting and this, that, and the other, but if you retire from acting, just do this one gig, and that'll pay. Every couple of years, you pop back, you do Spider-Man, everybody loves you, you then disappear. You can do it like that. I think that's how I would sell it. He does seem
like a really grounded guy, Tom Holland. He does.
Yeah.
I like how they keep their marriage private, and he just seems like a grounded, decent guy. He never talks about politics. He was apparently really decent with meeting people on that shoot in Edinburgh. He just comes across as a good guy. He just comes across as a decent chap. He's a local boy as well.
He has confessed a few issues with alcohol. Because he's not what you call it. He's not outgoing, extroverted sort of person. So he always used alcohol as a crutch.
He said that he had a few issues when he was filming that Apple TV series. But I mean, look, we've all got our demons. I mean, he just seems like he's a grounded chap. I think I think he's pretty grounded. But when you have that level of fame, I mean, come on. But I get it. Anyway, I'm not worried about this. I thinks it's going to be all right. I think it's going to be all right.
I'm really hoping. I think what works with Spider-Man is the fact that the Sony and Marvel bash heads, and they probably argue over a lot of stuff, and that argument causes only the best stuff to come out and acts as a great filter. Because when Sony do it on their own, there's like Venom, which is nice, not great. It's good, but not great. And then you've got Marvel, which is fucking shit at the moment. Yeah. But when they sit there and argue, all of a sudden things start getting better. But hey ho, these things happen. I think this one might be appropriate for the next story.
Put a ticket in and make her name again!
Ralph Fiennes has basically taken himself out of the running to return as Voldemort in HBO's new Harry Potter series. Strange, because I thought it was Cillian fucking Murphy. The original variety piece is strong when it sticks to that. Fiennes says, thank you. Fiennes says that the ship has sailed on him for reprising that role, then throws out Tilda Swinton as someone who would be amazing. That's a fun quote, a real quote, and not absolutely the same thing that HBO is quietly, not the same as HBO quietly confirming Tilda Swinton. I've got a mouthful of fucking marbles today for the part. Variety keeps the original interview front and center, but once the story leaves the lane, it starts brushing up against Rumours pretty hard. Do you know what the funny thing is? I think she'd work as Lord Voldemort, but it wouldn't work, if that makes any sense. If you said, Gareth, you put a gun to my head and said, we have to sex swap Lord Voldemort, I would pick Tilda Swinton.
I agree with.
They picked that fucking picture. She looks like Voldemort in that picture. She just needs to be a bit greener and darker. Yeah? She's the only woman I think who could play Lord Voldemort.
You see, I've gone back and thought about this a little bit. And if you were going to gender swap a character, Voldemort could work as a woman. But there are very few actresses that could do it. Tilda Swinton is probably number one. But I think if they do that, HBO will be in a lot of trouble. I mean, they already are. I think
the normies are taking the piss.
What? Yeah, I mean that's why they rushed to air that that behind the scenes thing, which actually, in many ways, is way better than the trailer. Because it does show that the sets are different. It does show that it is slightly different. It does show that they've done. It shows magic. It shows some of the designs. The Diagon Alley looks great. I kind of love what they've done with Gringotts. Diagon Alley, the sets look great. And there is a sense of magic there. What they've done with Diagon Alley, it looks great. And I really like it. But they are in trouble. And, they show Black Snake walking into the room and he's just in the shell suit and you're just going,
fucking hell.
Why?
That poor actor is fucked.
Yeah, he is. And and you're right, the normies. When Saturday Night Live takes the piss to the extent that it's that, because I sent it to you and I was like, I can't believe Saturday Night Live has done this, and they weren't fucking holding back. It was quite funny.
I feel sorry because I looked I bet you someone, when they were casting him, they turned around, we want someone more, and they used this term unironically, urban. That fucking phrase popped up in that meeting. It's like, oh, you dickheads. Yeah, it's gonna be. You could have made him Korean. It would have made more sense for him to be Korean. Yeah, and I don't get it. I'm struggling. If you would have picked an Eastern European actor to play him, I could have put okay behind it. There were many, many other choices. You picked that deliberately because they wanted fucking controversy. Both Fiennes has picked a good choice, I think, if you were to do it. Don't fucking do it, though. Yeah?
Yeah. I agree with you.
Not for a fucking mo. Or maybe, do you know who would make a great McGonagall? Michelle Gomez.
Yes. Yes.
Just thought that up.
Do you know what? Yes. She would have been a good follow-up to Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
She would have been actually wonderful because she can play a nice character. Oh, God, you're absolutely fucking right.
Fucking just come into my head.
You're absolutely fucking right. Because she's the one thing that doesn't work for me. You know, other than Snape, she doesn't work for me. She does not work for me because I saw they show her entering in the. She's too tall. She's a big woman. The actress. She is a big, tall actress. I mean, she's wonderful, and I like her as an actress, and she is actually. She kind of reminds me a bit of a younger Vanessa Redgrave in some ways. I mean, she is a good actress, but she is a tall woman. And I don't. McGonagall was never uber tall. McGonagall was always this like, it wasn't McGonagall's size that made her strong. It was her fucking will, and that's why Maggie Smith was so fucking good, because Maggie Smith wasn't the tallest woman. You did not fuck with Maggie Smith because she'd smack you with a fucking stick, right? She'd kick the shit out of you, and you knew that. That's why Maggie Smith was so perfect for McGonagall, because McGonagall is just no fucking nonsense, right? Which is why when she lets Harry off in the first book and buys him the Nimbus, and there's all these moments, and it's one of the only things that I love about the last film is that McGonagall moment where she uses that spell, which is not in the book. She goes, "I always wanted to try that." That was wonderful. That was a moment that I wish had been in the book.
Well, there's the bit where it's not just that. There's the bit with Dolores Umbridge, where even J.K. was like, "I wish I'd have written that line. I must not tell lies," as she's getting dragged off by the centaurs. I have to say, I probably hate Umbridge more than Voldemort.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. I agree with you. In the book, I fucking despise. And again, the casting of Umbridge was so fucking good in that film. I mean, she was pure fucking evil. I mean, the making does repair, and it's funny, since they've launched that, it has shut up a few people, because I mean, I agree with you about what you said about the trailer. I agree with that, but a lot of people going, "Oh, it looks the same." It doesn't. In the trailer, it doesn't.
It does in places.
Of course, it's going to in places.
Staircase room, train station, the carriages.
There are going to be things that are going to be the same, because it's Harry Potter. You're not going to get away from that. But there were things that were very different, and I felt that some of the criticism of the trailer, it was the wrong criticism. And I think you hit the nail on the head with it. Your criticism I agree with, but that's not what I've heard from people. Yeah. And it pisses me off when it's the wrong criticism, because it's like, oh, we're going to criticize this for the sake of criticizing it, because we're not clever enough to actually criticize it for things that it should be criticized for.
It's always one of those things where you look at it and you try and figure out what's missing. Yeah, because it's that thing. I watched it and I just like kind of the tone, the music. You were right, but the one thing, as I said, that no magic, no actual magic, no awe from magic, and I'm like, I would have preferred it if they'd have put bits in where they said insert fucking special effects here. Would have worked better for me, because I'm like, okay, fair enough. But yeah, it wasn't, because it's all about the magic. Anyway, don't gender swap Voldemort, for fuck's sake. Don't do it. It's not. Don't. The Snape thing. If it fails, it's gonna fail on the fucking Snape thing. Yeah. All right. So don't do it. It's just not worth it. Oh, hang on. I have this one for this one.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
This one is catnip for all Enterprise diehards, but the original comic book news piece is stronger on the this idea exists rather than Paramount is actually moving forward on it. The article says, hang on, what?
The one thing that I will say is the reason I put this in is because this week he tweeted that the guy he heavily hinted that it's been greenlit. Yeah. I think we're going to get an announcement on the 60th.
Okay, we haven't got anything at the moment.
No.
Because when I send my little gremlin out on the internet,
no, you're right.
Found one source, which was the Cosmic Book News. Everywhere else is like... the article says that Star Trek United could bring back Scott Bakula as Jonathan Archer, now president of the Foundation, and leads on the older reporting that Mike Sussman and Bakula have been developing this concept. The problem is the new part of the story almost rests on IMDb, fan chatter, YouTube. But after Starfleet Academy got cancelled, the logic is that nothing is too far from a proper trade. It would be nice. I like Enterprise. I like Scott Bakula. I think there's a good chance for some of the characters to return. If I remember in Star Trek lore, Archer goes a bit weird at what points.
But he does become president. The reason I included this is because, again, I have a love-hate relationship with the fandom. I call them the fandom menace, but I get fed up with them saying that. I agree with them when they say Doctor Who should be rested and Star Wars should be rested. I do not agree that Star Trek should be rested because, and the proof of the pudding is Picard season 3, right? If you get somebody into the one big difference about Star Trek is that most of Kurtzman Trek you could argue has happened outside of canon, right? And the one thing that is kind of canon is Picard season 3. Yeah, okay, that does mean that Picard season 1 and 2 are canon as well, but we can, quietly forget that. But there is still out there a large proportion of the fandom that wants to see a continuation of Picard season 3 and Legacy, and actually a large proportion of the fandom are behind something like this. That this is not going to be a typical Star Trek show. They're basically saying it's going to be West Wing in space. I kind of like that idea with Bakula in the role. But the one thing that a lot of people have said, and the what's his face? What's the name of the writer? Steve something or he tweeted this. He tweeted this week. What he was tweeting sounds very much like something's moving, and there are now a lot of people thinking we might hear a green light announcement. This show has been carrying momentum, and a lot of people out there are interested in this. I don't think Star Trek's dead. I know there's nothing in production, but that's probably a lot to do with the deal that they've had with Kurtzman. They've probably got to work out some stuff because there's a load of fucking rights issues and blah, 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 blah. But this, they can do without getting into any rights because Enterprise solely and entirely owned by what is now Paramount, and they could probably do a show like this without inflicting on anything. And I'm up for that. So, bring this out, get people liking Star Trek again, and then fucking do Legacy, which is what everybody has wanted since Picard season 3. You do not need to spend a fortune on it. It does not need Alex Kurtzman levels of budget. Picard season 3 didn't. You just need a team that likes Star Trek. It's all you need. Right?
It would be good. But at the same time,
Legacy is what we want.
I know.
This could be interesting because there is an Enterprise fan base out there. I'm an Enterprise fan, even though I hate prequels. I was a fan of Enterprise. The one thing they've got to do is they've got to bring this back is undo the death of Trip Tucker. Don't care how you do it, but undo it. I know you've done it in the books, but that's the one thing you've got to undo the death of Trip Tucker.
If I remember correctly, Trip Tucker falls down the side of a building in the Pegasus Galaxy in Stargate Atlantis.
The guys that do the podcast, because Trip, the actor that plays Trip and the actor that played Malcolm do a podcast together, which is quite an interesting one. Yeah. In the last episode, they dropped a hint. I think this is I genuinely think this is a thing, and if Paramount are wise, they'll do it.
We don't know. We don't know, and at the moment,
the reason I included it was because these tweets sounded promising and were dropping heavy hints at the fact that this is close to getting a green light. And it's close to getting a green light without Kurtzman. I mean, the interesting thing is that they've taken down all the Academy sets. They've taken down the Strange New World sets, which means that you know, Kurt, Year One or whatever they were going to call it, Enterprise Year One. I can't remember it was something Year One. That's not happening, which is good because the guy that plays Kirk in Strange New Worlds is not Kirk. He doesn't even remotely resemble Kirk. I'm glad of that. I'm glad that all of that is going. This is reboot. This is the time to step back and go, what works? Well, the one thing that worked in the Kurtzman era, Lower Decks, people liked. I understand why that came to an end. Actually, Prodigy worked it felt more Star Trek like than anything else Kurtzman did because Kurtzman wasn't really involved in it. And Picard season 3. And
if Keith, if I said we could get reset on Star Trek, but you'd have to bin Picard season 3, would you do it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll tell Paramount that. I'm just going to send an
because
email.
I think you could redo it. Would I bin Picard season 3? It is a good send off, but it also proves that there's still love for those characters and that you could bring those characters back. I don't think you would have to bin Picard season 3. I think you could do Legacy. I'd love to see the continuing adventures and, like, you know, Worf turn up every now and then as like a mentor to Raffi, and you know, the guy that played younger, you know, Picard's son, he was an interesting character that you could explore. And you know, with a mentor like Seven who is imperfect, that could have worked. I'd like to see Legacy, but I'd also like to see this. I don't think you need to rest Star Trek. I think you just need to do Star Trek, because I think there is a calling for it. You look at how many people got behind Picard season 3, and it proves it. And I think if you did that again, it would do it. And what you do is you bring back a likable actor like Scott Bakula in this. You prove that there's still a fan base for it, and then you come back and you go, right, we're going to do Legacy. You watch. That will get more views than any of Kurtzman's Trek. It will. And if you nail it and you do it right, you get good writers in that know Star Trek and like Star Trek. That is the one show out of all of these that we talk about that I think could come back and do well. Because we haven't had Star Trek. You know, we have had Doctor Who, and it has been Doctor Who. It's just been shit. We have had Star Wars, but it's just been shit. And I don't think you could... I think because you've completely fucked all of those characters, the one thing that Kurtzman hasn't really done is killed all those characters. You know, Picard season 3 left off in a good positive spot without ruining those characters. So there is still something there to work with. And I think you could come back with good Star Trek.
All right.
Anyway. There we go.
It's time to get on with the comments. First in, Biffa. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Well, I did see you last week, actually. I hope it's all good. And even with Inside Base, we came second. And the bronze to Chuck.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, just talking about my t-shirt, my Mr. DNA t-shirt. Yeah, I got that from Universal Studios Island Adventure. And it's like, I just picked up a Disney hat. It was the first one on my hat stand. I have a hat stand. Biffa uses grok. Do you use it to create pornographic images? Go on, be honest. That's the only reason I'd use grok. I haven't got round to using it yet. I've been Clauding it recently and Geminiing it in between. because Chat GPT's been hallucinating a hell of a lot recently. They've broken something behind the scenes. Don't know what it is. Have you been watching? And we've been watching anything but the news. Oh, don't blame you. We'll wait for the gaze of Moose to be sorted out.
Oh no! He's blockading that now.
Is he?
Don't. It's not the place for it. Don't get me fucking started. I had to use all the self-control not to post a load of expletives at it.
Wow.
That's got to be the first showing.
Yeah.
That's got to be the first showing.
Or a very specific cinema.
I'm looking forward to that.
JJ killed Star Trek and Star Wars. He's a hack. He's a con man. I don't even think he's a con man. I think everyone else does it. Oh, hang on. I like this one. This is a good one. The Timu. That's an insult to fucking Timu.
That's quite a good one. That's quite a good comment. Although I've actually bought some good stuff off Timu. There is some good stuff on Timu.
I like it. Never forget. JJ gave us Alex Kurtzman. Yes, I can get that.
True.
Fringe ain't that bad. Yeah, I think it got better towards the end than it did towards the beginning. I felt it felt very X-Files ripoff until it got towards the end, and then it had like it was going somewhere. But that's when JJ fucked off. JJ got 500 million paycheck for Warner Brothers for doing nothing. I will rephrase that, for achieving nothing. It was not what they wanted. And then we've got Steve. Bye, Steve. The Rip with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Not too bad of a movie. That's Netflix. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that yet.
The reason I haven't seen that is it's a Netflix movie. That's why. Here you go. Hi, Laurie.
Hi, Laurie.
And it's like, I'm kind of out of here. I'm suffering.
In and out.
Yeah, I'm suffering from Harry Potter fatigue. Oh, okay. It's like kind of, oh yeah. Oh, God, no. I think
it's not.
I think that
he's done.
Kurtzman. I think Kurtzman is done. I don't think he'll ever work anywhere ever again. That's not advertising.
He hasn't got a deal. He's done. I mean, he's apparently staked a lot on Academy. Behind the closed doors, they're wondering why it even got greenlit for a season 2 before it aired. It's fucking terrible. It's dumb. And they're learning it. No, he's done. His contract's done. This, I think, the reason there is no announcement yet is they're still undoing all the legal tanglings around. But I think you're going to get, around about the 60th, you're going to get a green light announcement, okay. I think.
I used Google AI to make a Christmas card. Prairie dogs surrounding a Christmas tree in a dust storm. What did you get out, more importantly, Paul? I wonder what Paul got out of that. But with that, I think it's time we moved on to trailers. Found two trailers. Found two trailers. One trailer that I don't think anyone else is going to be interested apart from me. But we're going to watch it anyway. And then another trailer, which I've already watched, and I'm like, oh, I have feelings. So I don't know if I've gone all northern, but let's put on trailer and see what it's like.
Oh no, I want to see this.
You want to know what makes a hero? It's not destiny. It's not something you're born with. It's searching for greatness.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Then realizing you've had it in you this entire time.
Whoa! I really don't feel comfortable hitting a girl.
Don't worry. You won't.
Yo! Send me back. I want to go back.
The rules of the tournament are simple. Our fates would not be settled by the size of our armies. They would be decided by combat.
I'm not some great warrior. I'm not some champion.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
Finish him!
Me?
Earth belongs to me.
We do not kneel!
Our only chance is to face this together.
Let's go, baby.
You, Johnny Cage, are a part of this now. It's showtime.
Get over here!
Johnny will definitely die.
I found another trailer for that, yeah, and it cut a bit out of it where it had. There's another trailer where it's got Kano and he's yelling at Johnny Cage. He goes, "Oh, now we're fucked." Yeah.
We watched the trailer to this a year ago. Then they delayed the movie, and a year ago we said, "I really enjoyed the first one." So no, it's not just you that wants to see this. I want to see this. When we saw the trailer with Carl was a year ago, and I was like, "Oh, I want to see this. I enjoyed the first one. I want to see this one. That's great. Fucking up for it." I liked the first one. First one was great. It was cheesy, but it was great.
Yeah, it's not like Oscar. They'll never win an Oscar if it wins
It's
an
not
Oscar.
Oscar, but mate, it's a bit like the Godzilla films. You know, it's people smash, and sometimes that's good enough. It's not trying to be Oscar worthy. It's not trying to be arty farty. It's a fucking film made about a game where you and I bash the shit out of each other in. You know, won that game. I'm still champion.
Game.
Yeah.
One game.
But since then, I've not been defeated. Because I won't play you again.
Yeah.
And it winds him up.
Oh, dude, at work, we've got a pool table, yeah? And I figured out the best strategy to play pool with someone to put them off is to call my shots before I make them. I go, this one won't work because of X, Y, and Z. And I go, this one will go in the pocket. And it makes the other fucking person really fucking nervous. And it just causes them to go to pieces. But hey, it's one of those things. So that's what's the next trailer. And I've seen this trailer already. I don't know if you have.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just...
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank.
I think this has got some music I might have to...
How you doing,
I have to pause on.
Talk to me.
He apparently wrote some of this.
Did he?
Tell me what's going on. What's going on?
Think God's gonna forgive us for the things we've done? I'm not sure about me. But you ain't got a fucking chance. That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
This is a perfect example of a shit trailer. This is seriously, this is a great example. It's like, remember the Indiana Jones trailer for fucking the Temple Wheel of Destiny, or whatever it was, yeah? That was a good trailer, yeah?
Yes.
Film was fucking terrible. Prometheus, great fucking trailer. This one, it's a right. So the first thing is the first realization with any trailer is an advert, yeah. And what do you do in advertising? You sell feelings. What feeling have I got from this? I got fuck all from this. This is why Harry Potter didn't.
The only thing I got is it's another washed out fucking superhero, and the Punisher is meant to be all about shooting people and general balls to the wall action. And you know, I'm Frank fucking Castle, don't fuck with me. This was I've gone slightly mad. Oh, you know, feelings. This isn't the fucking Punisher. What is fucking wrong with you, Marvel?
Yeah, it's like
that you have to do this to every one of your characters, for crying out loud. Just show the fucking Punisher.
So this is so just. If it was, so I would have, I don't know what the story's like, but I would have put something together along the lines of Frank Castle lives next door to this guy, yeah? Frank Castle tries to put across that he's a normal person. Yep. So it's like he has a normal conversation, cuts to him just murking people left, right, and centre. Yeah? Busy day at the office, blah, 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 yeah? And then it comes back to it, and then whatever it is, his life of him killing these people, then it gets his neighbours killed. Yeah, and it's kind of spilt over into that little kind of pocket that he put aside to be a normal person. That would work. But this, it tells me fuck all. It gives me no feelings. The music is slow. It doesn't pump me up. It doesn't make me feel. There's no tension, which is the first rule of fucking drama. Doesn't matter what kind of tension it is. Yeah, if you'd have turned Punisher gay and you've had sexual tension, it would have been a better trailer. Yeah. Because there's some tension in there. No, seriously, it's all built around tension. Yeah, Keith, you have to remember, I was a drama student. Makes me sound really gay. And there's nothing here. There absolutely is nothing here. Nothing is. It doesn't. This isn't Punisher. I don't know what this is. This is more like the anal Punisher than the Punisher. This is a perfect example of a terrible, terrible trailer. That's it.
I agree with you. It's not a good trailer. It's not.
No, it's a fucking garbage trailer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, did you watch The Boys then?
Yes, I watched The Boys.
Both episodes?
Yes, both episodes.
And?
Why is Kamiko talking? It doesn't make me. It's made me like her less. When she didn't talk, yeah, I preferred her because the actress had to do everything with her eyes and her face, and she had to put like double the effort in to make sure she communicated, and you'd have to pay attention to her. That's the fucking first thing that's got in my head. Yeah, I think I nodded off during parts of it. I'll be honest with you, because I was. They killed off Jensen Ackles in the second episode.
No, they didn't.
Because they got that virus, yeah. I like the fact that
they didn't kill him off. Did you not see the end?
Oh, he's fucking dead.
No, he isn't. He sits up.
Does he?
Yes! At the end. I think I might have when you see Homelander walking away, you see the body bag go bloop, like this. And I was like, and I knew, the thing is, I saw that coming. I thought, he's going to sit up at the end.
I'm sure there are zombies in The Boys.
He sits up at the end.
I'm sure. And Lamplighter was the first. The Boys.
It's not the virus that's going to kill Homelander. It's too damn convenient. And as what's his face is his dad. No. He sits up right at the end, like the final fight. I know. He's not dead. They've killed off. No, Soldier Boy is not dead, which is going to make it even more interesting because Soldier Boy's going to be pissed. I I didn't really like it that much, but Soldier Boy is not dead. I kind of gave up on the boys a very long time ago, and I haven't really. I mean, I watched the university spin-off series because there was nothing else on, and I watched this because there was nothing else, and because I just want to see how they, get to the end. I mean, what's her face with the Voldemort head?
Oh yeah. Even though it's supposed to be Victor Veep, who's is supposed to be like an allegory for George W. Bush.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be? Yeah. I don't know where. I dislike the Sister Sage character.
Yes, I know.
I don't know. She was never in the comics, and they haven't bothered. I don't know, because I watched it and it's like I do want to see this end, but the boys. Yeah, this is the mandate for. If I was doing the boys, the mandate is the boys kill off at least 3 fucking superheroes per season. They've killed a couple off recently, which is great, but I don't. Invincible was brilliant. I loved Invincible. You should watch Invincible. Don't watch the boys. Watch Invincible. It's fucking great. Okay. Seriously, it was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. That's probably why my brain's got more Invincible in my head than it has the boys. It's just, the actor who plays what's his mush Homelander. They were talking about doing more seasons, and he went nope. And I'm glad he fucking did too. I'm glad he went nope, no more. This last season, we'll finish it off here, and I'm like, okay, good for you.
You can understand. I mean, playing that character all that time, it's got to be hard work.
Because they missed a fucking trick, and it's weird because the Superman film, James Gunn's Superman by James Gunn, directed by James Gunn and created by James Gunn, used that fucking plot point in their film, which was the best bit of the boys, where there's a bit where Homelander thinks he's genuinely going fucking crazy because he looks like he's been eating babies and murdering people, and he can't remember doing it, but it's not him. It was supposed to be Black Noir, and then you have the reveal, and then he's like, oh, and then you feel a little bit sorry for him, and then Butcher caves his head in with a fucking crowbar right at the end, and everyone's like, good fucking on you. I really wish that they need to give the boys the Invincible treatment where it's quite close to the comics. It doesn't have to be exactly close to the comics, but there's the AI thing. Oh, look, AI thing. We've got extra fingers on and stuff like that. Okay, that happened. It's the woman who plays Starlight has ruined her face though.
Yes.
She has absolutely ruined her face. She's got the fucking Californian job, and she looks like every actress who's ever had a facelift, all rolled into one. And she was fucking far prettier without that facelift. I can't remember her bloody name now.
Eric, something like that. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, no, I haven't really. I didn't really enjoy that. I'm trying to think if I've watched anything this week that I enjoyed. If you watched anything else this week other than Invincible.
Invincible. Oh, Battlestar Galactica. But I'm just working my way through the season for that, which is fucking awesome. It's apart from Cara Thrace after the new Caprica, total fucking bitch. I mean, like, she was bad at the beginning. She calms down a bit, becomes a total bitch, then dies. And you know she's a total bitch because all of a sudden her and Ty are getting on. So yeah, it's
Daredevil.
Daredevil bored again.
Yeah,
it's Daredevil bored again. That's what we're calling it from now on. Daredevil, we're bored again.
It kind of is a bit.
Everyone spooged over Bullseye being Bullseye for the first scene of that.
Oh, he's pretty Bullseye in this. I mean, he walks into a milkshake shop, like a diner, and you know something's about to go down, and he orders this banana milkshake, and he has whipped cream in it. And it almost felt like, I'll give it that almost felt like old school Daredevil. And he's like, he then deliberately phones up, Ice Not Ice, to tell them that, Bullseye's been spotted in the diner, and then like they come in and then he just completely fucking obliterates them with like various things that you shouldn't be able to, and he just wipes them all out. And that's pretty good. Then he comes to attack Kingpin at the end in the boxing match, and Mrs. Fisk turns up, even though Kingpin said don't turn up because you're like a fucking target, and she turns up. She has that arrogant view, and it's like, oh good, you're about to die. And she kind of does. Well, at least that's what it implies at the end. I mean, she's got a piece of glass sticking out of her neck, so hopefully she's dead, because she is really dull. And it's the thing, when you try and... She was an interesting character in the original right? But they've tried to elevate her and make her a girl boss, and it's made her boring. So
Vanessa Fisk... Right, so the first time I came across Vanessa Fisk was in the Spider-Man animated TV series, yeah? And her opinion in that was, I don't pay attention to what my husband does. Yeah? I don't care about what he does. I'm married to him, but I don't care about what he does. They did that in the Daredevil Netflix series. I don't care. I like the art. I deal with the art bit. That's what I do, yeah? In this, when they did Born Again, they made a Madam fucking Kingpin, which they shouldn't have done. And they need to MCU shit needs to end, yeah? Because I think someone did a review of it and they turned around and went, but they literally went through all the characters and went, they've replaced them with women and they're shit versions of them. So like White Tiger replaced with fucking 4 foot nothing, yeah? So White Tiger gets Foggy replaced by what's a mush? Karen. I can't remember not Karen. The lady running the thingy. Yeah, and it's like, okay, the actress seems like a nice lady and whatnot, but again, we wanted Foggy. Kingpin replaced by fucking What's-a-mush. Yeah, and it's just, you just go through it, and it's like, kind of stop feminizing male spaces. Get the fuck out, because we want men to be men and women to be women, and women want men to be sexy, and men want women to be sexy, and we want tension and violence and storyline bits, and it's just I don't know. It's bored again. It's Daredevil bored again.
Yeah,
I'm bored again. It was like, I love that your optimism. You were like, kind of, it'll be fixed in the second series, and I'm like, I don't feel like
I was trying to be optimistic, but I also said it was unfair to judge it quite to that level in the first season because of how fucked up it was. But no, second season. The
same, Keith. It really
I agree with you. No,
same.
I agree with you. I can't not criticize it now. So no, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's shit.
It's shit, and it knows it's shit.
Yeah, I mean, Monarch this week was really good because there's an episode where it was an emotional episode, but it was really well done. It was really well acted. So like, Kurt Russell's like character manages to talk to his younger self through a rift, right? When his when the younger character's trapped in there, and the younger character realizes, finds out that the woman he's in love with is also in there, and Kurt Russell basically has to talk him down from saving her. And it was just really well done, and it was quite emotional in places. And it was just well acted, and it was quite an emotional story this week. So it was a good episode of that. Shrinking, which I know you don't watch, came to an end this week, but that was again really good. And I have to say, Harrison Ford's fucking brilliant in it. And I know that a lot of people criticise him, but he again has been utterly brilliant in this. And when he was on in a scene with Michael J. Fox, they were both brilliant. I've really enjoyed season 4 of that. Scrubs was really good this week because Dr. Cox comes back. I've been quite enjoying Scrubs as well. It's on Disney Plus, and I watched Malcolm in the Middle. His sister is non-binary. It's like, why? Why did you have to do that? There was this... There were bits of wokeness in there that felt really out of place. Like, really out of place. And I'm like, have you done this because Disney mandated it or something? It just feels... But, I mean, the thing is, like, when Hal is being Hal and completely fucking insane, it's great. I mean, there's an entire episode where he basically takes some drugs and ends up getting shrinked by himself. And he has this drug-induced thing, and it's fucking great. Like, Bryan Cranston, it's just fucking great in this role. And there are moments when it feels like really like the old school Malcolm in the Middle. And the wokeness was completely out of place and did not need to be there. It just didn't need to be there. It felt like they were trying to tick a box and they shoehorned it in there. And it just didn't. Like, the whole... Why is there a fucking non-binary sister? Why can't she just be a bratty sister? Why does she need to be non-binary? Absolutely nothing to the story except at the end when there's this, oh, my dad helped me through it thing. It didn't need to be there. It just didn't. And, I mean, Malcolm's got a daughter, and that works. But again, there's moments of just silly wokeness that doesn't need to be there. And you're just like, why? I mean, don't get me wrong. The characters are still great. Hal is great. And Hal's storyline is great. So it's not all bad. It generally isn't. But you wonder why. It just, like, who are you serving? Why is this character there? Why? There's no story to it. It's box ticking. But I didn't dislike it. That's the annoying thing. But so yeah, I mean, I watched that yesterday. The capture came to an end. I think they're going to do a season 4. I quite enjoyed. That was the thing that me and Nige quite enjoyed. There better be a season 4 because it kind of ended in a way that it has to have a season 4. And it was kind of AI related. It was quite cleverly done. That does have Black Snape in it for one episode, right at the beginning.
Does it?
Spoiler, yeah. Spoiler: he gets shot. But
the problem is his name sounds like Papa fucking Lazarou.
Yeah, it does. Yes, I know.
And oh, no, should I put the Papa Lazarou Dave video in? Because it's hello, Dave.
He does sound a bit...
Well, Papa Esidu sounds like Papa Lazarou, and this is Papa Lazarou from the fucking League of Extraordinary.
Hello, Dave.
I'm sorry?
Is that Dave?
Because every time I hear his name, I just my brain just goes to hello, is that Dave? Apparently, he was based off of a landlord when they were at university together. He would always ask for Dave, even though neither one of them were Dave.
Yeah, I know.
So
he was probably trying to tell a trigger joke. Did you watch anything else this week other than Battlestar Galactica and no?
Battlestar Galactica, Independence fucking Day, Invincible, The Boys, and I still haven't watched Daredevil board game. I think I'm going to need t-shirts of that, actually. Daredevil board game t-shirts.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I mean, I've watched a few other things, but again, not things for sort of talking about here. I watched The Pit as well, which is actually quite a good medical drama.
The Pit.
The Pit, it's called. Yeah, it is actually really good. It's got Noah Whale in it. That's been quite good.
Okay.
He was in ER. He played Steve Jobs in the what was it? The something of Silicon Valley. He was really good as Steve Jobs. Actually.
Dicks of Silicon Valley.
Well, it was about the starting of Apple and Microsoft. I can't remember what it was called, but it is quite a good film. And he played Steve Jobs in it. And was quite good in the film. But Noah Well was in ER. That's what he's famous for. Funny enough, playing a similar character to what he is now. And it's got a few English people in it. It's also got the really annoying bird from Picard season 1 in it, playing an equally unlikable character.
Okay.
So, yeah. Anyway, no, I mean, I don't think there's anything else really to.
I think. It's. I need you to watch Invincible. Go watch Invincible. You'll like it. Trust me.
Well, season 1 I found quite difficult because there were places where I just couldn't get into season 1.
So end of season, I think end of season 3. Yeah, end of season 3. End of season 3 is absolutely brilliant. There's this character called Angstrom Levy, who's like this dimension hopping bad guy, and he's literally lifted up all the fucking banned Invincibles from all the other universes and dropped them into Invincible's universe to kill him, basically. Anyway, he loses, and then when he loses, the Viltrumites, who are like the Kryptonians from Thingy but evil, one of them shows up called Conquest, and it's great because Invincible is voiced by Stephen Yeun, who played what's his mush in The Walking Dead? Who's the guy in The Walking Dead?
Oh, the one that got killed and his head caved in. Yeah, I know who you mean.
So Stephen Yeun plays that character, and I can't even remember the guy from Thingy. Negan voices Conquest. And they have the most, and you what? Trust me, Keith, you'll love the fucking fights in it. It's just epically mad shit that as a kid I would have just gone, oh my god. So it's absolutely world class, brilliant. You'll love it. Just give it another go. Give it another go. Seriously, give it another go, and you'll be like, actually, no, this is pretty good. So yeah.
But no, what was I going to say? You should watch. Watch. I think Jessica Jones is back next week. That might, I don't know, make it slightly more interesting or not. I have no idea.
Christine Rier's got a face like a used sex doll.
Yeah, she does.
The expression mouth breather because she's got fucking a tiny nose.
She does.
Yeah.
I think we'll put a bow on this one, and then we'll come back next week. I think no, it won't be my final show here. The following week will be my final show from Thailand for a while.
Yeah, and I've got to figure out how to get you into what was the Gaming Face Punch International Headquarters to record a podcast.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
International headquarters, guys. I'll have you know that.
Yes.
International. It's true, though. It is the International Game Face Punch headquarters. That's what we always labelled it as. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you. We kind of stalled out a bit there, but I'll be honest with you, Daredevil was shit and The Boys was shit. So, we have to find something nice for us to watch next week so we could talk about something with some enthusiasm and some gusto. Because otherwise, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot I watch, but it's not stuff to talk about on this show, really. So, yeah. But yes.
Yeah, we can't talk about pornography, Keith. I know you're into your midget porn. Bye. He loves it. He can't get enough of it, especially in clown makeup.